Hi, good morning. Today is 11:27. Couple videos back to back. I normally don't do that. Usually a span of days go by, um, which I guess means there's a lot going on. I think there is up in the old cabeza, the old noodle up here. But um, video 888, yeah, I kind of, without it sounding like a pity party, maybe I'm not gonna. I wanted to call. I wanted to like the feeling is here's the feeling. Okay, here's the raw feeling. The raw feeling is that transitioning will not solve all your problems. Countered with how much of our problems as transgender people is created because we don't transition early, or we have to transition, or that we're transgender. I mean, uh, what a life fucking up thing it is to be transgender, to be born transgender, to be transgender. And what set it in motion. And I had a good cry. I had a good ugly cry earlier, and that may happen again. But I had a dream last night. Periodically, I have a dream about being in college and my. I mean, I'm not alone in saying that my childhood and my early adulthood was totally fucked up because I was transgender. I mean, I'm not the only one, but my brain just keeps on hammering away at it, and I'm like, I can't do anything about it. I can't go back. I can't change time. I can't alter the past. All I can do is acknowledge it in the present, and subconsciously I just want to say, leave me the fuck alone, but how is it relevant to today? Why is it relevant to today? Because there's a population of American politicians and Americans who have been, the politicians are responsible for fanning the flames of ignorance and chaos, but ignorant Americans are guilty of being gullible and, you know, easily shooken up. And the item is keeping transgender children from socially transitioning. Um, they don't even go that far. They just say, gender affirming care and make it out to be that, you know, some 4-year old is going to have a crazy doctor come at them with a scalpel. And I mean, it's just not, you know what I mean? It's like the most scariest thing. I mean, it literally is like, you know, Frankenstein's monster and the people with their pitchforks and their torches. They're so easily roused, and I guess the amount of damage, um, to be where we are in this day and age with such a knowledge base of psychology and how our brains work and sociology and gender, being we have lots to go as far as understanding gender diversity, okay. Um to turn our backs on that knowledge and to go back to the pitchfork and torch days is just mind blowing to me. And I guess where the pity party starts is I start to think back to myself and how much of my life was just wasted because I was running from transitioning, you know, and or not really being in an environment that was conducive to it, you know. And the idea that there are people who are deliberately setting that same hatred and confusion, and they want people to suffer. It just blows my mind. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why you would want someone to suffer. I don't understand, you know, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And having experienced it, and likely you as well, I mean, why would you force someone to go through what you went through? You know what I mean? But I wish, and here's where this transitioning is not going to solve all your problems. Uh, and maybe this is where counseling and therapy, you talk to a counselor, oh, Dr. Scratch and Sniff or counselor Scratch and Sniff. Uh, I can't seem to let go of the past. Oh, well, that's very interesting. How long have you felt this way? Well, all my life. Fascinating. Tell me about your mother. Um, you know, Counseling and therapy is great to a point, but I just, it's like things I've dealt with, and I come back and I feel like I've conquered it. And then it's like a rainy day, this cloud just comes into your life and boop, 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 and then it floats away. And you're like, I thought I dealt with that. So I guess that's maybe the it's not limited to being transgender. I mean, I imagine cis people have similar problems, whether it be with the divorce or marriage, well, same thing. Regret, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not isolated to being transgender. It's just where it comes into what I just said is someone intentionally creating that environment so that a transgender child has to suffer. It just I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And maybe we can hope that one day in the future, that we'll look upon such thoughts as people who believe in that the Earth is flat, or the KKK, people that, there was a time that white people in America welcomed the KKK into their churches. Churches, uh, you can find pictures of Christian churches welcoming KKK members to come in and speak. And I mean, the history is there. White nationalism, white supremacy, racial superiority. It's not that hard of a skip from that to blaming gay people and making them suffer. And now the thing is transgender people, make them suffer. You know, Kick them when they're down. Pass laws against them. Um, but it just, I don't know. You know, for me, years of therapy and years of living as my authentic self, I still have that. And I guess that's where, for me, what I found is, transitioning does not solve those problems. They still are going to pop up. And like I said, maybe that's a call for counseling, but continued counseling, continued therapy. You know, uh, it's not over just because you transition. I mean, maybe that's the other thing. I mean, surgery is the same way too. I can't imagine living any other way, but um, you know, I had a huge bout of post surgical depression, you know, and I don't think I'll ever use it. Other than when I pee, I guess I do use it every day when I go to the bathroom. but you know what I mean. It's like getting a mole removed that no one knows about. I got the mole removed under my armpit. You know it's gone, so you feel better about it, but you know, it doesn't really come up in conversation, I suppose. I got to try and play a little bit of wargaming yesterday, and there were two other women that came to the war game, and I guess out of a group of six of us, seven of us, there are three women, two cis women, one trans woman, and four guys. And to a degree, I found myself really jealous of them. You know, that one of them came in overalls and they had machine grease under their fingernails. They live on a farm, and the other one is also lives on a farm. Maybe there's just some. Maybe I need to live on a farm, but to watch them and their interactions with the guys was, you know, kind of found myself sitting there going, no matter what they wear, they're women. No matter how they act, they're women. You know, uh, you know, I found myself acting. I guess I shouldn't say that like acting is in drama. Acting, behaving, behavior, and I made sure when I went, I painted my fingernails and I did a little bit of light makeup and I brushed my hair. I presented myself on a certain bar to a certain degree of femininity that they just walked in and blew away. She had, like I said, grease under her. Ah, and I just kind of sat there and I'm like, they don't have to do anything. And they're women. I guess that's the bigger lesson. Maybe I don't have to do anything. I can be a woman too, because I am a woman. So anyway, the emotion meter is pegged. I'm just sad today. Today's kind of a sad day, and maybe we have those every once in a while. Again, I think about and how it affects me today. Let me share this with you as well. Um, you know, I'm really trying to get ready for my retirement. You know, technically I can retire in like 13, 14 years. And, you know, I'm trying to get a house. And I have so much college debt because I didn't know what I was doing. I was running from being transgender. I mean, everything, it all like comes back to being transgender. And I'm like, fuck. And I just have too much debt. I will never have enough income to pay off the debt. So bad me for doing that. But uh, just seems like I can't escape it, you know. So I'm kind of bummed out. And I guess there's just a couple things that are just stacked on each other. I guess we have shitty days. That's the bottom line. But anyway, is today better than is a bad day now better than any good day then? Yes. It doesn't suck as much. Yes. Would I do things differently? No. There's always going to be someone who's better off than you, or you think they are. There's always going to be someone who's worse off than you. Uh, my sister, uh, who disowned me when I transitioned, uh, she married into the Barnes and Noble family. Her husband is a billionaire. I'll put it to you that way, okay? And she has problems. You know what I mean? So just because you're rich, just because you can, do things, you know, it doesn't mean you're going to be happy. I mean, that's obviously common sense. Maybe right now I'm just in the bottom of the well. I'm looking up, going, how am I going to get out of this well? I don't know. But anyway, the takeaway is I hope that children, I hope that transgender children one day will have the ability to socially transition when they want to, and they will feel emboldened, empowered. They will be in a family that loves them. They will be in a family with parents that will fight for them. I hope that there won't need to be a reason to fight. You know what I mean? I hope that. That is my hope for the future. I don't want a transgender child to go through what I went through, or you for that matter. I don't want, you know what I mean? That is my hope for the future. And I don't know if I'll live to see it because unfortunately transgender folk we're just so easy to pick on, and we're so easy for politicians to demonize and blame us for everything from high gas prices to, I mean, I kid you not. The space laser lady blamed high gas prices on transgender people. Okay? And I laugh at that. I hope you got a laugh out of it, but it's true. And what's sad is over the weekend, I read an article from the person who's likely going to be the leader of the House of Representatives, who has already pledged some PowerPoints to the space laser lady. And I can only imagine the hell that's going to come from the space laser lady having power in the House. What a shit show that's going to be. And it saddens me that there's enough people that actually voted to re-elect the space laser lady to a second term. It's kind of like the people on the Supreme Court. Uh, you know, the conservative majority right now, we've got, they're all young. I mean, we could have easily 40, 50, 60 years of hell. And, but one day it'll get better. I guess that's the promise. You can't rain all the time, right? Anyway, sorry to be so bummy. Uh, yeah, we do have bad days. Kind of chalking this day up to one. So I'm gonna play some zombie games. Maybe that'll make me feel better. Anyway, till next time, I wish you the best of luck. Hang in there. That is one thing I'll say, in spite of all my negativity. Uh, it is a storm cloud. It's a black cloud that hovers over us, and then the wind comes and blows it away, and the sun comes out. We just have to, we just have to make it through the time that that storm cloud is with us. And by all means, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, reach out to the transgender hotline. Go to PFLAG. They've got several links. They have it set up now where they have online chat. If you're a child, you can chat with someone in a safe environment, and don't give up. Don't give up the future. Don't give up your future because of a bad present. That's something that I learned from my own suicide attempt. Uh, the security guard that was assigned to me to keep me from hurting myself, he said to me, "Why did you just out of curiosity, we're stuck together. What made you so sad that you felt like you couldn't persevere?" And I said, "Well, I'm transgender." This is way before I transitioned. And he said, "Well, what's keeping you from transitioning?" I was like, "Me. I am. And if I end it now, then I'll do away with my future." Okay. And our future happiness, we're worthy of having that happiness. So, like I said, I know this is temporary. So, boo hoo, I'm going to blow my nose and fight some zombies. And I think that'll perk me up. Hang in there, my friends.